Jesus says, "Beloved, I see the quiet battles you fight each day, the weight of the opinions that surround you, the voices that try to drown your spirit with doubt and criticism. But I am here to remind you that the peace I give is unlike the world's peace, for it is a peace that transcends all understanding, a peace that calms the storms raging within your soul. And though the noise of others may roar like a tempest, I am preparing a peace in you so deep, so powerful, that it will rise up and become louder than every hurtful word spoken against you, louder than the fears that try to silence your joy, louder than the doubts that creep into your heart in the silence of the night. And this peace is not something you earn or manufacture. It is a gift I lavish upon you because I know the battles you face, and I know how easily the opinions of others can shake your foundation if you let them. But I tell you now, stand firm in my love. Stand strong in the truth of who you are in me. For your identity is not defined by what others say, but by the unchanging declaration of your Father in heaven, who calls you beloved, chosen, and victorious. And as you embrace this truth, watch how I begin to quiet the voices around you, how I raise a shield of peace that no weapon or word can penetrate. And I am moving in your circumstances to bring clarity where there was confusion, calm where there was chaos, and confidence where there was insecurity. For the time is coming when you will walk boldly, unshaken by gossip, untouched by judgment, and your spirit will sing with a joy that cannot be stolen, a joy rooted not in approval from men, but in the approval of your Creator. And I see how much you have wrestled to find rest, how many nights you have lain awake wondering if you will ever be free from the chains of comparison and the burden of others' expectations. But I say to you, freedom is near, for I am breaking those chains now, loosening the grip of fear and anxiety, and I am pouring out a peace that floods every broken place, a peace so loud it will silence the critics and drown out the noise that has held you captive. And this peace will not only protect you, but propel you forward, giving you boldness to pursue the dreams I've placed in your heart, strength to rise above every challenge, and courage to speak the words I have given you even when the world tries to hush you. And beloved, I urge you to keep your eyes on me, to listen for my voice above all others. For I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. And as you remain rooted in my presence, you will discover a wellspring of peace that no storm can touch. And soon you will look back and realize that what once threatened to break you became the very catalyst for your breakthrough. Because my peace became louder than their opinions, your joy became unshakable, and your faith became a testimony that inspires others to seek me. And I say to you now, do not be discouraged by the noise. Do not be swayed by the judgments. For the peace I am releasing is already moving in your life, growing stronger with each passing day. And when it bursts forth, it will be a testament to my power and my love. And you will stand firm, unshaken, victorious, and filled with a peace that the world cannot give nor take away. Jesus says, as you continue on this journey, I want you to understand the immense power that lies within embracing my peace despite the turmoil that rages around you. For peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but a supernatural presence that transcends circumstances and defies human logic. And I see how the voices of doubt, criticism, and fear have tried to infiltrate your mind and spirit, attempting to convince you that you are alone, that your worth is determined by others' approval, and that the storms you face are signs of my absence. But I remind you now that my peace is a shield that guards your heart and mind, an anchor that holds you steady in the fiercest winds, and a quiet river flowing through the chaos to refresh your soul. And though the world may rage with its opinions and judgments, I have called you to a higher place where the noise cannot reach, where you can dwell in the shelter of my love, wrapped in the assurance of your identity as my beloved child, chosen and made victorious through the power of my sacrifice. And as you choose to cling to this truth, watch how I begin to dismantle the strongholds of insecurity and fear that have held you captive, how I replace confusion with clarity and despair with hope, because I am a God of restoration who delights in redeeming the broken places of your heart. And I see the battles you've fought quietly in the night, the tears you've shed in secret, and the prayers you've whispered in desperation. And I say to you, all these have been heard and recorded in heaven's archives, and I am moving on your behalf to turn your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into joy, and your weariness into strength. For the time is coming when the opinions that once burdened you will be silenced by testimonies of my faithfulness in your life. And as you stand firm in my peace, you will become a beacon of hope to others who struggle with the weight of judgment and rejection, demonstrating that freedom and joy are found not in the approval of man, but in the unchanging love of your Father. And I urge you now to continue to guard your heart and mind by meditating on my word, surrounding yourself with those who uplift and encourage your spirit, and rejecting every lie that contradicts my truth. For as you do, you are preparing the soil of your heart to receive the fullness of my blessing, the overflow of my peace, and the manifestation of the dreams I have planted deep within you. And know this, beloved, that the journey is not without its challenges, but I am with you every step, equipping you with strength beyond your own, guiding you with wisdom from above, and surrounding you with a cloud of witnesses who rejoice at every victory you claim. And as you press forward, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life, doors opening where once there were walls, relationships healing that once seemed irreparable, opportunities arising where there was once discouragement. And these are the fingerprints of my peace breaking through, establishing a firm foundation for the new season of blessing and purpose that awaits you. And I tell you, do not grow weary in waiting. Do not allow the enemy to steal your hope, for I am faithful to fulfill every promise I have spoken. And I am releasing now a wave of peace so powerful and so sustaining that it will silence every voice of doubt and usher you into a place of supernatural rest and confidence. And as you embrace this peace, you will walk boldly into your future, unshaken by storms, secure in my love, and radiant with the joy that comes from knowing you are deeply and eternally loved. Jesus says, "Beloved," as these words continue to settle within your heart, I want you to realize the profound depth of my love that surrounds you even when shadows gather. For though the storms may howl and the voices of judgment may rise, I am the calm in the chaos, the rock on which you can stand unshaken. And I have not forgotten your struggles, the silent tears, the lonely moments when you wondered if you could go on. But hear me now. I am here with arms wide open, ready to lift you from the depths and carry you into a new season of victory. For I have seen how you have fought battles that no one else witnessed, how you have prayed prayers that seemed unanswered, yet every prayer has been heard, every cry registered in the chambers of heaven. And though the enemy has sought to discourage you, to whisper lies that you are forgotten or forsaken, I tell you with unwavering certainty that you are my cherished child, chosen before the foundation of the world, and the plans I have for you are plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. And now is the time for those plans to begin to unfold. For the chains that have bound you are breaking, the barriers that blocked your path are falling, and the breakthrough you have longed for is on the horizon. And I see angels dispatched to clear the way, to bring divine connections, to deliver provision and peace, and to open doors that no man can close. And as you walk into this new season, I am equipping you with strength that surpasses your own, wisdom that guides you in every decision, and courage that enables you to face every challenge with confidence. And I want you to know that the peace I give is not the fragile peace of the world, but a peace that guards your heart and mind, a peace that surpasses understanding. And it will be your shield in every trial, your anchor in every storm, and your song in the night. And even as you feel weariness, I am renewing your strength like the eagles, lifting you higher above every trouble. And as you rise, your testimony will become a light to those still walking in darkness, a beacon of hope to those trapped by fear and doubt. And your life will declare my faithfulness in ways you have never imagined. For the journey you have endured has been refining you, preparing you to shine with a brilliance that only comes from the hand of God. And as the fullness of this season comes into view, I ask you to hold fast to hope, to stand firm in faith, to continue to seek my face with unwavering devotion, and a trust that even now I am working all things together for your good, and you will see the fulfillment of promises long held in your heart, the manifestation of dreams that seemed distant but were never forgotten by me. And I say to you, beloved, do not fear what lies ahead, for I go before you. I am beside you, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. And the peace and joy that await you will be greater than you can imagine, a testament to my everlasting love and the power of faith sustained through the hardest seasons. And as you receive these words, prepare your heart for a harvest of blessings so abundant and so powerful that it will overflow beyond what you ever thought possible. And in this, you will know that I am God, the faithful one, the miracle worker, the giver of peace that surpasses all understanding. And this truth will carry you through every moment to come. Jesus says, beloved child, as these words flow into the depths of your soul, know that this moment marks the turning of the tide, the breaking of chains, and the opening of doors that have long been sealed. For I have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to orchestrate a divine reversal over your life, to restore what the enemy stole, to heal every broken place, and to crown your perseverance with a harvest of blessings so rich and abundant that it will silence every doubt that has ever whispered in your ear. And I see how deeply you have longed for this breakthrough, how many times you have reached out in prayer when hope was scarce, and how faithfully you have held on even when the night seemed endless. But hear me now, for I am the God who never fails, the one who makes all things new, and I am moving mightily to bring your miracle to pass. And though the process was long, it was necessary to prepare you to receive the fullness of what I have for you. And I tell you that now. Struggle was wasted, no tear was unnoticed, and no prayer was unanswered. For every step of the journey has been a part of my perfect plan. And now I am releasing a wave of restoration, favor, and divine favor that will impact every area of your life, from your relationships to your finances, from your health to your spirit. And as these blessings unfold, you will witness testimonies that defy explanation, encounters that confirm my presence, and moments of joy that wash over you like a flood. And I also declare that the enemy's plans to hinder you are defeated, broken beneath the weight of my authority, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. For you are covered by the blood of the Lamb and guarded by angels who fight on your behalf. And as you walk forward, you will be empowered to forgive those who hurt you, to release bitterness that has weighed you down, and to embrace a future filled with hope and peace. And I speak now of new beginnings that will come in unexpected ways, divine appointments, miraculous provisions, healing encounters, and restoration of every area touched by pain. And I ask you to open your heart wide to receive these blessings, to believe beyond what your eyes can see, and to trust that I am working all things together for your good. For you are my beloved, chosen for greatness, destined to shine my light in a dark world. And as you step into this new season, your faith will be a testimony that inspires others to cling to hope. And I promise that the peace I have given you will not be fleeting, but will root deeply, growing stronger each day. And that joy will fill your heart in ways you have never known, overflowing to bless those around you. And so I say to you now, rejoice and be glad, for your miracle is not coming. It is here, it is now, it is unfolding. And as you walk in faith and gratitude, you will see that I am the God who never forgets, never abandons, and whose love endures forever. And this truth will carry you through every moment of your journey, now and always.